Good morning children. Welcome to the online session of subject English of 9th class. I hope so. You all are very fine and staying healthy in the present situation. So in the previous class we have started the B reading poem of unit 1. Okay. So what is the poem name? The Duck and the Kangaroo. So here we are discussing about the wishes, the desire of the duck, okay, which is staying completely in one of the pond, okay, for the whole life, okay. So that duck, it was having one of the strong desire, okay. What is that desire? So it want to roam outside of the world and it want to jump like some of the another animals. So for that, which type of animal it was selected? It selected the animal called kangaroo, as an animal called kangaroo. So here the author is creating these two creatures, okay. So without any relations, so the complete variation should be for the two creatures, okay. So there should not be any relation with the among two creatures. So that type of creatures the author had taken and he was doing the research on those creatures, okay. Already we have seen in the previous class. So here how the duck was having a desire. So it want to hop like a kangaroo. So for that it requested, it prayed a lot for the kangaroo, So what it prayed? So I wish I would like to hop like you. So and one more thing, I want to roam outside of the world like you, and I want to see the beautiness of the world around, and I want to enjoy the roaming the world. So like that it was the duck was praying to the kangaroo. So for that, okay, kangaroo will accept for that. So while we are roaming, what you have to do? You should not make me speak. Because if you make me speak, I won't let you to enjoy the world. Like that it said, okay. And one more thing, the feet of the duck, it was very much cold. Why it was very much cold and what is that, wet? Because the duck was continuously staying in the pond itself. So for that purpose only the feet of the duck was becoming very much wet and cold. So if you touch your feet on my body, so I could not able to hop, and I could not able to control myself. And one more thing, if you touch the coldness of the feet, I will be getting one of the rheumatic disease. Already I said, what is the rheumatic disease? It is one of the disease for the bones, for the joints and the muscles, okay. So that type of disease will coming for the kangaroo itself. So up to here we have seen in the last class. So for this, what the duck will be saying, will it accept or not? We shall see, okay. See this one. Said the duck. So now duck was saying. So what it was saying? As I sat on the rocks, I have thought over that completely. So for a meanwhile, it sat on one of the rock. Okay, rock means one of the big size stone. Okay, it sat on that rock and it was thinking completely. So will there be any problems? If there might be any problems, what we have to do, how we should face, like that it was thinking completely. And and it got one of the clear idea. So it prepared for the arrangements to go to the another world. Okay, so how it was arranged, how it make control of itself means, and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks. 4 pairs of worsted socks. Worsted socks means here worsted socks means one of the woolen cloths. So woolen clothes, you know. Okay, so the type of woolen is called worsted socks. So the socks which are prepared with the help of woolen, which are prepared by wool, those type of socks are called worsted socks. So it bought 4 pairs. 4 pairs means for a pair 2 are. So 4 pairs. So 4 into 2. So like that 8. So 4 pairs means 8 socks. 8 socks it has brought. Okay. For each pair there are 2 will be. Okay. So so like that it brought. And what else it brought means we shall say, which fit my web feet neatly. My web feet. So ducks will be having web feet. Web feet means suppose if the 2 legs are like this. If the 2 legs are like this, and suppose 3 legs are there. If the 3 legs are like this means each leg is combined with one more sheet. Okay, like this, with the help of one more sheet it will be combined. So each leg is combined with one more sheet. One of the woolen sheet it will be. So with the help of the sheet, the legs will be combined. So that type of feet will be there for this ducks. Okay. So which fit my web feet neatly. So it was taking those worsted socks, those woolen socks. So why it bought this woolen socks means, so it should not feel, the kangaroo should not feel any coldness or any wetness. So that's why it brought the socks. Okay. Next, and to keep out the cold, I have bought a clock. So to keep out the cold, to avoid the cold, to control from the cold, what it bought? It bought a cloak. Cloak means one of the woolen coat. Okay, one of the woolen coat which is used to help to avoid from the coldness. Okay, that type of coat it has bought. Okay. Next, and what else it is? And every day a cigar I will smoke. So why the author said this one means, so if it was smoking the cigar means the body will become very much heat, is it right? So that it can get control of the cold. So that's why, and every day a cigar I will smoke, it seems. It will smoke one of the cigar. Cigar means cigarette. Okay, that one. Next, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. So whatever the things I have been arranged, all the things. So along with that, what I have to do? All to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. So it will be following its own dear true love of a kangaroo. Okay, it is this duck was praising to this kangaroo. So it given one of the name. So own dear true love. Okay, own dear true love of a kangaroo, it seems. Okay, it will be following this lovely kangaroo, it seems. Okay, so that this is about the duck's sayings in the poem. So further to what the kangaroo said, we shall say, said the kangaroo. So now kangaroo is saying, what is he saying? I am ready. So it is getting ready. It had ready, it seems. So now all in the moonlight pale, but to balance my well, dear duck, sit steady. All in the moonlight pale. Pale means in the moonlight shadows. In the moonlight climate. So we shall be ready to go to to the outside world. Like that, the kangaroo is saying. But to balance me, well, dear duck, sit steady. If I want to become as a balanced animal, so dear duck, sit steady. So don't move here, this side or this side. If you move this side or this side, you will be falling down. You will be falling down in the way of the moving. Okay. So and quiet at the end of my tail. You be quiet at the end of my tail. So tail, for the kangaroo, tail will be a long tail will be. So at the end of my tail, you sit very quietly and don't move this side or this side, to the right side or to the left side. Like that, this kangaroo was saying. So away they went with a hop and a bound. So away they went with a hop and a bound. Hop means what? What is the meaning of hop? Already said. Hop means jumping to the greatest heights. Jumping to the greatest heights. Nearly above 1 meter. Jumping to the height of above 1 meter, and to the greatest distance above 1 meter, more than 1 meter distance. So and bound means jumpings. Bound means jumpings. Where jumpings are leaping. Okay, that one. So away they went with a hop and a bound. So like that they are going, and they hopped the whole world 3 times around. So they hopped. They are jumping into greatest heights up to the 3 times around. So not 1 time, not 2 times. They hopped the whole world. Okay, 3 times. Okay, 3 times they have covered. Okay, like that. And who so happy? Sorry. And who so happy? Who was happy? Who was happy in this journey and in the world? Who is happy? So you people might be knowing. So by listening the full lesson, you people might be saying. So who is happy? So who? As the duck and the kangaroo. So as the duck and the kangaroo, who is staying happy in the whole world? So like that the author was saying. So and who so happy? So here who is happy? Obviously, first of all, duck. So duck is happy because it has changed its mindset. It has changed its mindset. So already I said. So compulsory for every person or for every living thing, for every living being, there will be a change in their mindset. So not today, not tomorrow, but someday or the other day, there will be a change. There will be a change in their mindset and in their works. So that one. So who is happy here? Here duck is happy because it has changed its mindset to go out of the world and to know what is happening in the world and what are there in the new world. So like that it was given. Also kangaroo is also happy. Why? Already in the previous class I said. So it might be getting some luck. Okay? Why it will get some luck? Because kangaroo is helping the duck to see, to enjoy the creatures, to enjoy the outside world, to enjoy the nature of the world. So that's why here kangaroo is also very much happy. So who is happy here? Duck and kangaroo. So like the duck and kangaroo, who is happy? So you people should think of yourself. Should you become as a happy person or should you become as a sad person? So every time with the conclusion of this lesson, so there is a conclusion that so what you have to do means every time whatever the work you are doing, so do with the happiness and enjoy your work so that you will be very happy as the duck and the kangaroo. Okay, so this is about the theme, about the main idea, central idea of this poem, the duck and the kangaroo. Okay, so I hope so you have understood this poem very easily. Okay, so and who is the writer? So from the previous class onwards I am saying the writer. So who is the writer means see. So the writer name is Edward Edward Lear. Edward Lear. So Edward Lear is a writer of this poem, The Duck and the Kangaroo. Okay. So now we shall discuss about who is this Edward Lear and what is his profile. Okay. So just I will read about the author. You understand this. So Edward Lear. So he was born. So I think so you have understood this one. So Edward Lear, he was born on 12th May 1812. So Edward Lear. Edward Lear. He was born. When he was born? He was born on 1812 May 12th. May 12th, 1812 he was born. And when he was died on 1888 in 1888 January 29th. So on the date of January 29th in the year 1888 he was died. So how many years he was born? So how many years he has lived means 1888 minus 1812. So you do the subtraction of this two, you will get the age of this Edward Lear. So he was one of the British artist, that means English artist, illustrator, author and poet, renowned today primarily for his literary nonsense in poetry and prose. So already I said. So he was one of the researcher and one of the creator of the creations in the nature. So among the nature, whatever the new things are happening, so he will illustrate it. Illustrate means what are the unfactual ideas, so which we can't able to estimate them. Okay, so those type of things are called illustrators. So his work is on the illustrations only, and he was one of the author and one of the story writer also. Okay, so next, and he today he was known as one of the literary nonsense in the prose and poetry. Literary nonsense means he is running one of the literature organization. So he is running one of the literature organization. Okay, so like that it is. So literary nonsense means that one only. Okay, next, and in his childhood he suffered from ill health. Okay, after a long decline in health he died of heart disease. So in his childhood he has one of the ill health. So health problems are there. So for this person there are health problems in his childhood. So after a long decline, so after long loss of his health, long lost. So decline, here decline means losing. So decline means losing. So after long losing of his health, he died due to heart diseases. Okay, that one he is saying. Next, his principal areas of work. Principal areas means main works. So what are his main works where he used to work means as an artist. So as an artist, so what are his main works? So what are his principal works, we shall say. So threefold. So the one of the work is threefold. What is this? A draughtsman employed to illustrate birds and animals. A draughtsman employed as an illustrator of birds and animals. Draughtsman means here one of the man who is having nothing in his mindset. So that type of person is having one of the illustrations in the birds and the animals. So that one only he is saying, employed to illustrate birds and animals. So giving one of the unknown, the unfactual ideas about the creatures. So birds and animals. So what type of unrelated animals, unvaried. So varied animals he used to take. So that in that type of in that field he used to work as an artist. Okay. So next, what is the one more thing? Making colored drawings during his journeys. So whenever he was in a traveling in as a journey. So what you students might be seeing. So whenever you are traveling in the train or in the bus or in any plane, so you people will be seeing the nature. Okay. So some unknown, some creative nature he will be saying. So he used to click that point and he used to draw those as an illustrated artist. Okay. He used to have such type of interest in his journeys. Okay. Next, one more thing, as an author. So now as an artist, this one. Now as an author, that means as a writer. Okay. As a writer, what are his interests? So Lear is principally known for his popular nonsense work. Just now I said. So running one of the writing one of the organization. So in what he was running an organization, literature organization. Okay. So that one. So author, as an author he was one of the what is this popular nonsense works rather than the travel writer. Okay. So in the meanwhile of author, he don't want to use the traveling writing. So traveling artist he don't want to include. So as an author, only the literature organizations only he wants to work. So he used to separate his works. So if he was concentrating on artist, so he used to concentrate only on that one. If he was concentrating on author as a story writer, he used to have only story writings. So that type of things he used to have. Okay. Next, this shows a great ability to use with relish the sound of real and invented English words. Okay. So like this he used to enjoy. So with the help of these two great abilities, great strengths, he used to enjoy with himself as a sound and as a writer. Okay. So like this he used to have his career. Okay. Next, this poem, the Duck and the Kangaroo, is a poem with a touch of light humor. So why he said with a light humor? Why he said light humor? Already you know what is the meaning of humor. Humor means making someone or something laugh on someone. Okay. Making someone laugh on something or someone. Okay. So here there is some light humor. So what is that humor? Because see here he taken kangaroo and he taken the duck. So duck and kangaroo, they won't be related to each other. Already I said in the previous class. So that one only. So how the duck and kangaroo will have a conversation? So we will be making somewhat fun here. So but here that type of fun only he has taken. Okay. That means this is somewhat related to the A reading part of this unit 1. So like this, there is this is about the Edward Lear's profile. Okay. I hope so you have understood this concept very easily. Okay. So in the next class we shall go on with some more points, some more concepts. So I think so I'm giving the one of the vocabulary skills, vocabulary work. Okay. Vocabulary building skills. So I think you people might be writing the vocabulary words. So and today I will give more 5 words. So you write down for that also as a homework. Okay, so vocabulary skills. So in the vocabulary skills today more 5 words I am giving. So up to the previous class I have given 10 words. So from today onwards 11th word. Okay, from today onwards 11th word. So the 11th word is particle. Next 12th word. 12th word is pleasant. Pleasant. Next 13th word competition. Competition. Next 14th one terrible. Next 15th one strip. Okay, these are the 5 vocabulary skills part as a homework. So for this also you have to write same thing. So first for the first word same vocabulary parts. What are the vocabulary parts? First one is meaning. So you have to keep this heading, and first one subtopic A, meaning, you write down meaning. Next synonym. Next antonym. Next own sentence. Okay, own sentence. So for each word you should write these 4 things. So one meaning, one synonym, one antonym, one own sentence. Meaning. So what is the meaning of this particle? Okay, one synonym. Synonym means same meaning word. Okay, like paryaya padalu in Telugu. Okay, next antonym. Antonym means opposite word. Okay, next own sentence. So prepare one sentence, frame one sentence. In that sentence the word particle should be there in this sentence. Okay, so first try to write by yourself, so without any reference. So own sentence try to write without any reference. Okay, afterwards you can refer to, if you are having any doubts you can refer to any of your references. So like that for every word you should write these 4 sentences. Okay, and I am hoping that you people will be keeping these words, okay, in your class group. So please try to keep this work in a classroom, so that class group, so that I will be checking in the group. Okay, so compulsory you should keep in the group. Okay, so okay, I think so you have understood this today's class, and in the next class we shall go on with one more grammar part, in-text grammar part of unit 1. Okay, so thank you for attending my class, children. Have a good day, children. Thank you.